I am kind of impressed about the Florida at Tennessee. When I saw the game at the beginning, after the first half, I was wondering what Tennessee was doing. It didn't um, thrill me, but I turned from the game because I was very disappointed with what I saw in the first half. But I wish I seen the second half. But I will watch the all 22 game on YouTube about the game. But the Tennessee Vols did win the football game, 23-17. They scored. Florida scored in the first half. No one scored in the second half. Tennessee Vols scored in the third quarter. First quarter. Vols. Florida got 3. Nobody scored in the second quarter. Third quarter, Tennessee put up 10 points and Florida put up 7 points. I guess they made it tied 10-10. Then Tennessee Vols scored in the fourth quarter, and so did the Gators. Both teams scored 7. But the thing is this: from when I last saw it, it was tied 17-17. When I last seen the highlights, and somehow it went to overtime, and the Vols pulled it out with a touchdown score of 6, which gave 23-17. Now, before I get rid into statistics, don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe to the video. Please smash the likes, notification bell on top. Please hit that, because when the video is made, there's for me to use if you're enjoying pleasure. So please smash those likes. Please smash the likes. If you're a Vols fan or not a Vols fan, if you're a college football fan, whatever, please just smash the like. Let me know that you enjoyed the video. Alright, let's begin. Let me see. Now here we go. Here is the statistics on the Vols side. I'm not gonna talk. I'm mentioning the Florida Gators later. The quarterback threw 16 or 26 attempts for 169 yards. Apparently he didn't get no touchdown scores, so all the scores were scored on the ground. Sampson had 27 carries for 112 yards, 3 scores. That's 21 points. 21 points. Yeah, including each 1 point field goal. So you could say 18, and the 3 field goals made 21. Wide receiver White had 5 receptions for 71 yards, and Brazil had 3 receptions for 49 yards, and Bishop had 7 carries for 24 yards. That's the situation with that one. Now for the Florida Gators, the quarterback Mertz was 11 for 15 for 125, 1 touchdown. Johnson, the running back, had 12 carries for 85 yards. Deke, or however you want to pronounce his name, 4 receptions for 76 yards, 1 touchdown. And then Boardingham, 3 receptions for 40 yards, 1 score. And Hassan, 3 receptions for 40. I think he was tight end. But here in the situation now, like I said, the Gators are now 3-3, and the Tennessee record is 5-1 for the year. Now it depends on who wins above them. Do the Vols remain at number 8, or do they move up, depending who lost in the top 5? That's what it really boils down to. And let me see. And now here's the full box score, but I'm going to start with the Gator full box score right quick. So please stay on hand. I mentioned the quarterback Mertz, and I mentioned his name no more, his stats. But Lagway had 9 for 17, 98 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 score. I think that's the black quarterback. Okay, now the Russian. I mentioned Johnson, ain't gotta mention Johnson no more. Okay, J Bomb had 12 for 25 yards of 2.1 average. Jackson was 5 for 16, 3.2 average. Mertz was 5 for 11, 2.2 average. And that way was 5 for -1, 0.2. And Wilson was 1 for 0.0. receptions. And got to mention Dyke or Broadingham. They were already mentioned. Hassan had 3 for 40 yards. Wilson had 5 for 35 yards. Badger with 2 for 30 yards. Johnson Jr. with 1 for 8. Jackson with 1 for -1. And Ball was 1 for -5. Okay. Okay, hold on just a minute. Let me get back to the box score. Okay. Now let's see full box score. That's Florida. Trying to get to Tennessee. If I can get Tennessee's. Okay, here we see here. Now that's the standings. Okay, well I'll give the standings later. Trying to get the Vols score. The stats. Give me a few seconds here. If I see if I can get to it. Box score, full box score, Tennessee. Here we go. Tennessee team stats. Here we go. Got it. All right. Now I ain't got to mention the quarterback for Tennessee because he threw 1 pick in there. No touchdown score. Sampson. I mentioned Sampson. Okay. Now Bishop was 7 for 24 yards, 3.4 average. McCoy with 1 for 6 average. And the quarterback was 8 for -1, 0.1. Receiving, White was 5 for 71 yards. Brazil second with 3 for 49 yards. Nimrod was 1 for 16. Thornton with 1 for 11. Davis was 2 for 10. Sampson for 2 for 7. And Stays STAES with 2 for 5 yards. So those are the Florida Gators and Tennessee Vols box score stats. And for as you know, like I said, the running back scored all three of the scores. They scored all 3 of them. And quarterback, he wanted to get better. He's a young quarterback. He just started. So next year he should. So with this year, this actually a learning experience from my. I can't pronounce his name. He has an odd name, so I'm not gonna try to pronounce it. I don't want to murder the guy's name. So, but I'm just gonna say a young quarterback he's going through some growing pains this year. Next year will be a better year for the young quarterback. As long as some of the guys that's on this team can stay together and don't go into the NFL draft, I think we'll be fine there. But I don't think any of the Vols players are going to the NFL draft this year unless they want to. But I doubt it. I don't see that happening because a lot of these guys are either juniors, or sophomore or juniors. More than likely, what they are. That's why the inexperience is there for this entire squad. I think the only team, I think the only players on this Vols team that are pretty good is the guys on defense. I think they are the only experienced bunch. The Vols had a few defensive players got hurt. Their linebacker, I forgot the guy's name, he got hurt. He went out and then come back in the game. And they had a defensive tackle that got hurt also in the game. And like I said, the stats that I just mentioned, those are the offensive stats. I couldn't find defensive stats. I couldn't find that, so I'm not exactly sure what that goes to. But I'm gonna go ahead and mention these the college football 2024 standings. Texas remained number 1. Ohio State remained number 2. Oregon remained number 3. Penn State stayed number 4. I'm not sure about Penn State. I don't know if Penn State is gonna fall out or not because they struggled pretty bad against I forget what team they played, but they played pretty bad against them. So Penn State might have an issue staying at number 4. Georgia remains number 1, then number 5. Miami at number 6. See that's the issue I'm talking about. Miami is undefeated 6-0, and so is Penn State. Miami could jump Georgia and knock Georgia down to number 6, and Penn State can move number 5, while Miami can jump to number 4. That could happen, and it could happen because the standing changes every week, and sometimes the college coaches and staff members of the board judging the game based on the based on the plays of the college team. And so Penn State played poorly in this game today. Miami, I don't think Miami played it. I think Miami had an off day. I didn't see any of their games on TV, so I think they were off today. Like I said, Miami could jump Georgia and move number 4, and not Penn State to 5, and Georgia could move number 6, because Georgia's the only team that has the one record that's stuck between Miami and Penn State. So like I said, that could happen today. I mean tomorrow. We'll see what happens right there. Alabama 5-1, Tennessee 5-1, Ole Miss 5-1, Clemson 5-1, Notre Dame 5-1, Iowa State, they 5-0, so they could move up as well into the top 10. Because I think Notre Dame played, they won, but they struggled against the team they played. LSU, I think LSU is playing right now, so I'm gonna check out the LSU game. BYU won today, I believe. They 6-0. Yeah, they 6-0. Texas A&M 5-1, Utah 4-2, Boise State 4-1, and Indiana is 6-0. So Indiana can move in the top 15 as well, depending on who loses above them. Kansas State, Oklahoma. Kansas State is 4-1. Oklahoma is 4-2. They lost today. Missouri won today. Pittsburgh, I think Pittsburgh was off too. They can move up in the top 15 depending on who loses above them. Illinois is 5-1. Michigan is 4-2, and SMU, the last team at 25, is 5-1. So a lot of these teams got, all teams that got one losses are more likely to move up in the top 20. They're more than likely to. All teams with the one losses above 15 could easily fall down between 16 and 25, depending on the strength of their schedule and the team that they have played. If they blow them out or win convincingly, they can move up. But if you struggle against a lower ranked team at not in top 25, it can hurt you at moving up in the top 25 overall. So a lot of changes going to happen tomorrow. That's when the new standings comes out tomorrow. Everybody know every Sunday the standings change because it's based on who beat who struggles, and who blow teams out convincingly. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. We'll see tomorrow, because this schedule is going to change. The schedule, the standings are going to change tomorrow. So we'll see what happens there. But overall, I'm glad the Vols won. They struggled mightily against Florida. Florida played Tennessee tough every year, and Tennessee, for some reason, Tennessee had beaten Florida twice in the last 4 years. They beat Florida I think in the new head coach's first season, I believe. And no, hold on. They lost to Florida in the first season. They beat Florida in the second season and lost to them last year. And now Tennessee beat them this year. So Tennessee have been for 2 in the last three years against Florida, but overall 2 in the last 4 overall in the coach's first 4 years in the game in the SEC. So things will change tomorrow, and we'll see what happens there. But I'm just glad Tennessee beat Florida. They should have beaten Florida convincingly, because Florida offense really ain't all what it cracked up to be. Florida's defense is fire, but Florida's offense is terrible. Tennessee should have Tennessee defensively should have beaten up Florida's offensive line and given their quarterback more chances than they should in this game. From what I saw in the first half, they couldn't get nowhere near Georgia Florida's quarterback. They couldn't even get him to the ground. They stopped the run game a little bit, but they couldn't get to the quarterback. So that's what I have an issue with. Cause they should have beaten that quarterback around on that terrible offensive line that Florida has. So I don't know what the issue there, but I do give it to Florida. Florida was able to fight to Tennessee Vols front four. Like I said, they only stopped the run game. They tried to break up the run game just a little bit, but they had a little bit time struggling stopping the run game there. But they did a pretty good job in the second half. I'm sure that probably what happened. But in the first half, they had a difficult time stopping for his run game. They couldn't get to the quarterback. They couldn't sack that man or nothing. Cause first half, when I saw the first half, they didn't sack him at all. They did more stuff in the run game and stopping the wide receiver run that quick routes more than anything when I seen overall in the first half of that game. But like I said, I'm very they didn't win convincingly because they only won by 17, 18, 21, 2, 3. They only won by 6 points. You know what I'm saying? And it should have been 23, probably 23-7 or 23-10, somewhere along up in there. But instead, they let Florida Gators hang around in the fourth quarter. We tied the game 17-17, and Tennessee had to go and run the ball to win the game in overtime. And got the 6 points. Cause apparently they didn't kick no field goal. So either they missed the field goal or they just got the touchdown and just got off the field. I'm not exactly sure how that happened, but like I said, I'm watching all 22 college game on Tennessee and Florida and see what happens there. But I'm gonna look at that to get through making the video. But anyway, that's why I want to make up the video on Tennessee Vols beat the Florida Gators by 6 points, 23-17. I'm not thrilled at all, but we won the football game. I get that with matters, right? But Tennessee could easily fall out of their ranking. Their rank number, let me see, what's their ranking? Their rank number, what's it number? I just said it. They ranked number 8. They ranked 8. Now, what could happen is Alabama struggled against who did they play? Oklahoma. They struggled against Oklahoma. I'm sorry, not Oklahoma. Oh, I'm sorry. Oklahoma played Texas. I'm sorry. They played Texas. Whoever Alabama played somebody today. I forgot who it was, but they struggled mightily against them. And they came back and won the game badly. I think they won by 3 points. That's what I believe. That's what I want to say. So Tennessee, Alabama struggled more than Tennessee did. Tennessee could move from 8 to 7. They could move up one notch. But it depends on how the coaches view all these games. Cause that's where it changes. Because the coaches and the judges look at each game and see who struggled and either keep them where they are or move them down, or they keep them where they are and no movement at all. So we'll see what happens tomorrow's coaching, the coaching poll and the APP polls. Then we'll know exactly where each team is placed as far as wins, losses. Did they win convincingly or did they struggle against their opponent? That's where it comes down to. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. But anyway, you guys enjoy your Saturday. I'm gonna enjoy mine, and I'm gonna call it a night or tomorrow's NFL. I got to do some things about NFL tomorrow because I gotta go to church tomorrow, and then when I get to church, I've been watching the game. But we'll see what happens there. But anyway, I'm out. Peace out. Almighty Green Talents. Tennessee Vols, 23-17, won by 6 points, but they struggled to win this game. Whew. Let the market say it there. Peace.